So looking at this current Bitcoin price action, we can see, guys, the price of Bitcoin right now is flashing us a very interesting scenario. A scenario which is pointing us where the price in the medium short term, where the price for the upcoming days might be possibly heading. So please, before I dive into it, let's destroy that like button and let's try to reach at least 1,000 like in this video. Thank you very much. Now, first thing first, what I want you guys to look at is this rising wedge. A rising wedge pattern is a bearish continuation pattern, and in our case, just like as shown here in an example, Bitcoin after this small relief rally looks like following this exact move. I mean, Bitcoin after a relief rally looks like following this exact move, which could bring the price of Bitcoin back around $100,000 to $102,000. Yes, guys, $100,000, $102,000 will be looked as our upcoming target if weekly fails to regain its trend above $110,000. Yes, Bitcoin at any cost must regain its trend above 110,000 if you want to see another rally, another attempt to break out of this certain key line. But failing to do that means we must prepare ourselves for a continuation which could look somehow like this, just like from this rising wedge, a continuation towards $100,000, $102,000. And even according to this Williams alligator indicator, you can see this unfortunately has turned into a bearish crossover. Green line at the bottom, blue line at the top happens when the price is weakening or when we are in a downtrend. During uptrend, green line starts appearing at the top, blue line at the bottom. In our case, this is a bearish cross. Green line has started to appear at the top, just like here. Now, any sort of a rally, as long as we fail to regain our strength above 110,000 in a weekly time frame, will be looked at as a temporary rally, and price after that could be facing resistance around this Williams alligator indicator, and price after that following the original direction, because it's not just only this Williams alligator indicator pointing us weakness, even the RSI, though it is around the oversold area, MACD to the downside is still bearish. I mean, this is a bearish MACD cross, which is also a sign of weakness. So that's why, guys, if Bitcoin shows strength, if Bitcoin shows another attempt to break out a certain line, first we have to regain our strength above $110,000 in a weekly time frame. Otherwise, things for the coming days could look very bearish. Yes, guys, Bitcoin, if you look at this price action, if you look at this dead cat bounce trading pattern, I've been very clear with you guys. A relief rally, if you take the Fibonacci extension from the top to the bottom line and monitor this price movement, you can see we got rejected exactly when we approached the 0.5, 0.600 Fibonacci line, and exactly after that a move to the downside. So if this exact scenario plays out, then according to this dead cat bounce as well, we are expecting this trend to head towards the original direction, and in that case you can see this original direction could bring us back towards the lower trend line from this falling channel, and only after that choose a direction. So what I'm trying to pinpoint is that Bitcoin, if we look at this in a smaller time frame, in a daily time frame, we are weakening, which clearly points us a move which could bring the price of Bitcoin around $102,000. And why that matters? Because if you look at this head and shoulder pattern, this head and shoulder pattern clearly points us that Bitcoin right now is around the neckline. The neckline from this head and shoulder, which is another bearish continuation pattern. So if weekly fails to regain our strength above $110,000, then even this bigger bearish continuation pattern will line up parallelly, which could unfortunately bring the price of Bitcoin around $100,000 to $102,000. And we know, guys, that parallelly will also bring the price of Bitcoin around the 50 exponential moving average. And in history, whenever Bitcoin saw a pullback around this 50 exponential moving average during uptrend, it has been one of the best buying opportunities. So even if the worst case scenario plays out, Bitcoin gets attracted around 100,000 to 102,000, if you zoom out, you can see it could be one of the best buying opportunity. But for the medium short term, we have to take this into consideration that Bitcoin now faces another resistance around 110,000 from this bottom CPI line. First is the resistance from this Williams alligator indicator, now even the resistance from this bottom CPI line. So if Bitcoin shows rally, I just showed you in a weekly, we have to reclaim this support line 110,000, but you know now this will be acting as additional resistance for Bitcoin, so it won't be that easy. So please be careful. any sort of rally unless we find proper support above 110,000 could be turning into a fake out, and price after that could head towards the next area of confluence. And according to this leading indicator, our target sits around $102,000. So that's why, guys, that's why failing to find support above 110,000 in a weekly time frame means we must prepare ourselves for another continuation, another move around $100,000, $102,000. So please be careful, use proper risk management strategy, and do not overleverage yourself. And by saying this, I'm signing out. Until next time, bye bye.